We are back.
Back from our little break, little potty break.
Feel a lot better.
Yeah, lot less load.
Lot less load.
That's right. But yeah, we're back for
Part 2.
of episode 4 of the laundry.
Possibly. Maybe 3 or 2. We don't know.
Yeah, could be. It's a number.
It's one of them. We're getting used to it.
we're, we're mildly putting them out there.
I haven't put anything out there yet, but
Oh,
we're getting them done.
I got the last episode on YouTube, but it's not published. It's just there. So
What'd you put on your personal YouTube?
yeah, so that way Jared could hear it.
We need to start like a
Brand new channel.
yeah, because I have a actual YouTube channel that I like post a couple videos, took them down.
I've only posted one video, and that was me complaining about a bot in World of Warcraft.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll find something.
Yeah, I mean it's just there, and then we can always like get them transferred over because like it was a quick upload, so it wasn't.
Yeah, I just would like to get some videos under our belt.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't say Siri. I like to get some videos under our belt before we publish. That way, there's some content out there.
Sure. But kind of retouch on what we were talking about earlier about the brainwashing of individuals and whatnot. Like, some could construe that Christianity is based on your definition, could be considered a brainwashing because you're being broken down, you're submitting, and then you're
Being made in His image.
and then yeah, being remade. So like, by definition,
Mm-hmm.
it's a form of.
Oh, I've been told that before.
Yeah,
You're
just-
brainwashed. You're a Christian.
Just like when Christ walked, it was a cult because it was one dude with 13 followers
Right.
walking around talking. It's like sure, by definition, that we as humans have sure, but it doesn't change that it's the truth. He's the Messiah that everyone's been waiting for, and I mean even the Muslims say that he's a prophet, and if that's the case, then when Christ said that he was the Son of God. Like, why would you not take that as, and he's the prophet, so why wouldn't he?
That's where they have the problem because they believe
They don't think he actually says he's the Son of God, but
they don't believe He is the Son of God.
well, but they claim that he's a prophet,
Right.
which means that all things that he says is true. So if he says that he's the
Unless
Son
you're a
of God-
prophet nowadays, which one out of every 50 things you say is true, and they think they're a prophet. I just wanted to say that on the side.
I just
Kenneth Copeland.
so there's a Joel Osteen.
T.D. Jakes. Okay, go ahead.
What was that? Cash Patel? No, what's that dude? That
Freaking Creflo Dollar.
yeah, there you go. That's the guy.
His name is Dollar. Stepping on money like it's not right.
Who's that dude that locked up his congregation for not different?
Another one of those. Another charismatic
Another false prophet.
church that, first of all,
Have you seen?
to lock the doors on your parishioners because they didn't tithe enough money, I would walk out of there yelling at the top of my lungs, "You are a blasphemer, and you need to get off the pulpit."
There's a lot of churches and teachers that are in that boat that
Of course there are.
false. And
Of course there are.
Taken out of
It actually angers me. Like I don't think it's funny. You know, like you see a false prophet, and see what gets you is that 90% of what they say is true. And they take 10%, sometimes it's not even 10%, sometimes 1 or 2%, and they twist it. And they twist it just enough to where it still sounds like Christianity, but it's also, it all of a sudden is turned into how much money can I get? We're running this like a business. We're selling Starbucks out of the church. Don't get me started, Timo.
What about the they them churches that have been popping up?
Garbage.
What you mean the
Female pastor churches, garbage.
You're talking about the ones that says not my Jesus when they're talking about what Jesus said or did.
Oh, I've heard.
That rebuke Jesus' turning of tables at the temple of his father.
I've heard people say, like when they have the pride parades and stuff, that Jesus would be down there with them celebrating.
No, he'd be down there trying to rebuke them.
Exactly.
Sharing his father's message.
Exactly. I fought for you.
Like they don't understand who Jesus did or who Jesus was. He pissed off the leaders of the church because he was saying that they were doing it wrong,
Yep.
and that's why the leaders of the church wanted him dead. That's why they wanted to get a convicted murderer released, and they wanted Jesus to stay to go with the execution.
Yep.
So they don't understand what faith is like. How to have such faith that the person before you is the living, breathing Son of God, that you just reach out just for the chance of being able to touch the holiest of holies, grazing his coat and being healed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that kind of faith just doesn't. It's most likely because people don't see it, but that's the thing too. Is like having the faith to not need to see it.
You know, there's a little bit of a deeper story there that I didn't realize until I was watching some of Chuck Missler's Bible teachings. That it was not only the matter of, sure, she had incredible faith, that she knew she could just touch him and be healed, but it was what she touched that we miss because we didn't grow up there. We didn't grow up in that time, and we're not familiar with some of the traditions. So apparently in those days, when you were a prophet or you were some type of dignitary that was religious or not religious, rich, you would have in the hem of your garment your name sewn into the hem of the garment. But it was only for people that either were... Jesus was special because usually poor men didn't have it. But because of who he was, he had it.
The King of Kings.
So the fact that she reached out and touched that, it's even a deeper meaning to where all she did was touch his name.
Yeah, but we don't know that where she touched was where his name was hemmed.
What I'm trying to tell you is that you can say that, but once you learn the history of it outside of the Bible, what they used to do and why she did that, there's no other reason why she did that.
So you're saying that she went for that?
Yes.
Specifically. She didn't just try to grab him.
She didn't know she was grabbing his name, but she went for the hem on purpose because that's what it said who he was. I was like, wow, that's pretty heavy. It's just heavy thinking of somebody who's bleeding for what was it, 13 years, 12 years? How long was it?
About a baker's dozen.
And that has so many meanings that the average Christian, if you don't read, you don't understand it. Because she was like that, she couldn't go into temple ever. So she felt she had no forgiveness of sins because she can't go in there to see the high priest. She can't make a sacrifice. So for whatever period of time, 12, 13 years, she felt like a complete outcast, all hope is lost because it's never going to stop bleeding. And then she met Jesus. And that's powerful. Because it's even more powerful when he says, I felt the power leave me. I felt my power healed somebody. You know what I mean? It's just powerful. I don't know how else to say it. It's powerful. It gives me goosebumps sometimes when I think about it. When you've been suffering that long. But there's so much else you can garner from that story. That suffering's part of being in this world. We're all going to suffer. It's sometimes some worse than others. She suffered for that long and couldn't cleanse herself. That's so sad. If you watch, I don't know what your thoughts are on The Chosen, but the episode when that happens, she's so broken. It shows like a couple days leading up to that. And she's so like broken because nobody will look at her, talk to her because she's considered dirty. unclean. And so she's got no healing, no forgiveness, no any of that stuff till Jesus. I just can't imagine for that long having to deal with the scrutiny of your kinfolk or your the people you live around, that she would like go do her laundry. I mean, this is the show showing this, right? So they're taking some creative liberties, but it just helps to paint a picture. And
Yeah, yeah.
it was showing her like doing her laundry in the lake, and like other women wouldn't go by her because they knew that her clothes were bloody, that she was washing and stuff like that. And so she couldn't even have peace doing that because people would snarl and, be very uncool, real nasty to her. And it changed everything when she was healed. It's a really good true story on faith, never giving up, always having hope, but making sure your hope's in the right place. If your hope's not in the right place, then hope's not worth much. But if hope is in Jesus, then it's worth everything. Right?
Well, yeah, because there's nothing backing it without him.
Yeah, it's empty hope, false hope.
It's like the couple that got killed at the doors of the church by saying that they donated or what they tithed or what they shared, they gave up whatever because they lied in church. They were stricken down. And then it reminds me of what we were talking about earlier with like doing things without faith or just claiming to do things without actually fulfilling it. Like it's weird how people think that speaking words and doing actions is enough. But without faith in those actions or those words, there's nothing by it. It's just empty promises. And they keep going about it. It just never stops. Like they think they're doing something about it or they're doing something. Like we were talking about earlier with the brainwashing.
Well, I was watching. Have you ever watched Soft White Underbelly?
No.
You never seen that channel?
I don't even know what channel.
It's a YouTube channel, but his name's Mark Lyda. He's came into this world as a photographer. That's what he was really trying to do when he started this project. But it's a YouTube channel that he interviews anybody from usually people that had a bad childhood, that were sexually assaulted,
Essayed.
that were essayed.
That's the YouTuber's way of saying
or anything like that. What was I saying? There's the reason I brought that up. Anyway, I was watching. I'm getting tired of this. I keep seeing more and more Christians saying this. Deconstructing. But, have you ever heard of the band Under Oath? They were a Christian metalcore band. When I was in high school and stuff. They started to get big like in 99, 2000.
No.
And they had some great songs. I saw them numerous times live and this and that, but they were always supposedly a Christian band, Christians in a band. And so the drummer of that band, who was also part vocalist, he was on Soft White Underbelly. And it's basically just the person sits there in front of like a backdrop, like a photo backdrop that you would take pictures. And it's usually on a stool, and he just interviews them. And it's usually pimps, gangsters, prostitutes, porn addicts, just every walk of life that you would normally not hear from. And so today, his newest video, he had that drummer from Under Oath. And he was just saying, like, he grew up in a really, his dad was a fundamentalist Christian, I guess really strict. They were charismatic. They went to a Pentecostal church. So he saw that nonsense, that yelling and screaming and running up and down aisles. I've been there, so I can say it. Just nonsense. Just, in my opinion, making a mockery out of words of the Bible. But so he grew up with a dad like that, and then his mother was really religious. So, like, even he was saying, and I see more and more Christian artists, and if you can even be a Christian artist or a Christian actor anymore, I don't know if you can be. But there's certainly people who try. But he was just talking about how, I had to deconstruct my faith because, I grew up in a church teaching that, God loves everybody, but he's going to send a bunch of people to hell. And he goes, I just don't believe that. And I'm like, see, you can't.
Cafeteria.
You can't.
Jesus.
Exactly. You can't pick and choose. Part of the reason, first of all, part of the reason people go to hell is because they refuse the gift of salvation. They refuse that gift. They refuse letting the Lord pay for the sin. Instead, they pay for their own, which means death. I just don't understand how so many Christians nowadays are what they call deconstructing. So, either for him, it was bogus. He learned a lot of things that he thought were bogus. He didn't agree with a lot of it. He says he still has faith in God, but it's not the same. He's like, I don't look at God the same. He goes, I believe he's in everything. And he goes, if God's going to create all these people with different mindsets and different minds, and he goes, then he's obviously going to create different religions. And I'm like, oh, dude, you're going down the wrong path, homeboy. You're going down the wrong path. That's going to lead you to destruction. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it just disappoints me because more and more of the Christian bands I grew up going to their shows and listening to are doing the same thing.
I mean, even some people that we thought were our brothers or sisters in Christ are doing that. And, like, as a strong example of that, like, do you know who Paul Washer is?
Mm-hmm. Very well.
So, his wife was what would be considered a lukewarm Christian.
Really? Married to him?
Before they got married. Or, like, even while, I think they were, like, married for 12 years when she actually came to Christ. Like, actually had that soul changing, life altering, like, relationship with Christ. Because she grew up in the church. She was just going through the motions. His messages of just going through the motions and not realizing that's what you're doing got her to refocus or research. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to articulate it, but it got her to relook on, like, what
reinvestigate.
her path was. Okay. Yeah. So what her path in life was, who she was she actually a believer? Did she actually give her life over to Christ? And she realized she had it. She just said the words and went through the motions, but there's nothing behind any of those words or actions. So she rededicated. So she dedicated her life to Christ. She got baptized again, like with actual faith behind it, not just going through the motion. And now she's like a solid Christian in her faith with her husband. So it's just like it's in all shapes and sizes where we're like people that are just going through the motions without realizing that's what they're doing. Like they think they're doing it right. Like one of the girls that used to hang out with us. Her last name is a Greek god. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about now. But she didn't understand the story, like why. She didn't know why Christ died for us, or what it meant to accept that gift of salvation from Him. And she grew up in that centralized church in their teachings for years and never understood what the gospel meant or was.
That's sad.
Yeah. And then when I brought that up to other leadership, because at the time I was part of the leadership, they said, "Oh, it's not our pastor's job to do that,
Yes,
to teach the gospel." I was like,
yes, it is. Every time.
"What? Where in Scripture says it's not his job? Because I'm pretty sure it says explicitly that it's his job to do this
Right.
as a teacher." And yeah, so me and that centralized church don't really get along anymore. I mean, I already knew they were a mile wide and an inch deep in their gospel, but I didn't know that there was no gospel.
Well, you know what God says about not preaching the gospel.
Sure.
That's people got to be very careful, because doom can come your way very easily when you think, when you're messing around with the word, messing around with what God's called you to do, messing around with, different variations of what you believe that have never been part of the Christian vernacular, all of a sudden are. I don't know. Like I told you, it's hard for me to go to church these days because I just see so much of the freaking business side of it. It makes me sick. And it's not every church, but it's really hard to find that one that's, sound, that they're not worrying day and night about their numbers. I've been on the back end of it. I've seen the inside workings of a church. We went to 2 small churches that we were heavily involved with, me and my mom. She was a treasurer for one of them. So I got to see a lot of the back end of things, and I didn't like it. It's just, to the core of my being, I will never ever be able to look at a church like that and think, you know what, they're doing the right thing. And unfortunately, people think that's negative, or think I'm trying to be cynical, and I'm like, dude, it's not that I'm trying to be cynical. I'm just trying to make sure I'm going somewhere where they're preaching the right stuff out of the Bible without putting their own bizarre spin on things, and where it's not a fashion contest on stage. I joked with you earlier saying that I won't go to a church where the pastor's wearing Jordans. I won't. Because, that's closed-minded. No, it's not. Because generally, the types of churches that have a pastor wearing Jordans are not. There's one church I can think of right now that he does wear Jordans, but I believe in what he's saying is that 5219 or whatever it is church, that black guy. Remember we were talking about him? It's
but I don't remember.
It's what's his church called? 5280. It's a verse, and I can't think of from where, but he does wear like Nikes or Jordans. But that dude's one of the most fired up, biblically sound preachers I've heard in a long time. He's young, so the young black guy. He's probably late 30s, early 40s.
Just young.
Young for a
think of
preacher, yeah. But he's really good, man, and he tells his congregation almost every time, I don't care if you walk out because you don't like what I'm preaching. I'm going to preach the truth, and if that offends you, we can talk about it, or you can leave. I'm not holding anybody here. Nobody has to be here. But I'm not going to preach some watered down version of the gospel. I won't. He's very passionate. I like him. I've watched probably 5 sermons by him because my friend likes him. And my friend was like, dude, what do you think about this guy? Like, he usually trusts me enough to ask me
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to that stuff, because he knows I've been in my whole life, basically. And I was like, well, I said, I don't want to make any decisions now. I said, let me listen to him. Let me listen to like 2 or 3 sermons. And how I can always tell, not that I know everything in the Bible, but how I always tell is when they say something and I've never heard of it, it's usually not true. Not because I know everything, but I've been in church my whole life. I've read the Bible many times. I've studied it. I still do. So if they say something that I've never heard a pastor say or I've never thought, it's usually wrong. It's usually some inflated issue or thing that they want to talk about that really the Bible either doesn't talk about or it talks very little about. I don't know. That's what turns me off about Jarrett's church.
Mm.
You know, it's hard for me to say it to him because I know he likes going there and his wife, but like I always get put in a hard place because like when her mom was here in town, I love her mom's really sweet, and her mom's like, "Oh, do you go to church with them?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Well, why not?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I just, I never know what to say because it's like I don't want to get into a debate right then and there, and I'm not going to be rude and just like, oh, that church is garbage, because it's not. But the 2 or 3 times I went, I heard a very watered down message. Although they say he preaches heartily from the Bible. Maybe he does now. This is a couple years ago.
Mm.
But he's dressed like a hipster. And I'm just like, I can't take you seriously up there preaching the gospel dressed like a hipster. Maybe that's wrong of me. But it speaks to the person too. They care that much about looking like a hipster than being just up there professional speaking the word of God. I don't know. See, I have issues with it. And so
Is that your main issue with it? Is it how he looks?
no.
So
Jared's church?
yeah.
No.
So if you were encouraged to go, and he still looked like a hipster, but his message was solid.
I'd go.
Okay.
Like I said, it's not everything to me. It's just I've noticed that most of the new age pastors, they're not biblically sound.
Yeah. Like, if you look a certain way, odds are your message is a certain way.
Usually.
Yeah.
And I know not all,
Yeah.
but every time I see one of these new pastors get in trouble, I look at the pastor and I'm like, yep, look at him. Look at Carl Lentz. You remember the guy from Hillsong from New York? Hanging out with Justin Bieber with his shirt off and his freaking dick. Excuse me. Just his pants sagging way too low. You could see the root.
Yeah, the root was there?
The root.
The root
you
was
could see
there?
the root.
With
And
Bieber?
if you know, you know. And I'm just like, that's so inappropriate, man. You're a freaking pastor. Really?
Maybe you want to be a pastor.
Really? And then has an affair, which I'm not surprised about that because we're human. I'm never surprised when somebody has an affair, ever. Christian or non, I'm never surprised. I've seen it way too much. I've seen the most devout Christian couples go through it. I've seen the most devout secular people go through it. So, it is what it is, but
Like, I've noticed like 4 out of 5 times when one steps out of another, out on another person, it's usually because that person stopped doing a certain thing or won't do a certain thing.
you mean, are you speaking of like behind closed doors?
Well, it could be whatever thing they're missing that they need to search out from someone else is usually a thing that person did or just will never do. or
Yeah.
like they either stopped doing it or they never did it, and so that's why they do that. Because like there's people out there that have been together for years and have never had an issue with that, ever, because they both are doing what the other person needs or wants, so there's never any need to do it. Or they both did
Yeah.
it and neither one of them care and they stay together. Because like I know of couples that both this before an open marriage was a thing. They both had infidelities or whatever pronunciation it is, that they were both a part of it, separately. That because it was mutual, they both did it.
It was okay.
It was okay. They didn't need to end anything. But then there's also people that stay together just because of their kids, and once they turn 18, they divorce immediately, regardless how good the marriage is or was. They were only together because of the kid.
That was my parents.
Oh.
The last like 10 years of their marriage, they stayed together for. Well, my mom stayed with him because she didn't want us to have like a two-party thing while we were still in school. So, I mean, as soon as I turned 18, as soon as I graduated high school, dude, they were done. Like, my mom was done years before then.
But
officially, like, she told him, we're going to sell the house. I want a divorce. But like I said, she had already told me like 5 years prior that
right.
she was feeling that way, and asked me how I felt, and I'm like, that's a heavy thing for a parent to ask you, but I told her the honest opinion that I had at the time that I still believe was true, and I said, leave him. I mean, I don't ever like to say that in a marriage because I believe marriage is a commitment that you take that's lifelong. But when one party refuses to change, refuses to get counseling, refuses to go to church, refuses anything good,
to work on anything,
and refuses to work on anything, there's nothing wrong with that person. They refuse to go to counseling. What else are you supposed to do? There's not much left to do. Suffer the rest of your life? I don't know. So my mom left him.
Yeah, she just dusted her feet at walking.
And no marriage after that worked. My dad's never even dated. So it's bizarre. Families are weird, man. Families are weird. Families are full of drama. I've never met a family that wasn't. Here's something that I wanted to ask you if you knew this.
Okay.
Something shocked about one of our friends. Do you know that, I didn't know this, the Methodist Church baptizes babies? They don't baptize you when you get saved. I was shocked. I thought that was only Lutheran and Catholic. I didn't know.
Well, I've always thought or viewed Methodist and Lutheran more Catholic churches than Christian churches.
Well, you know what? Caitlin was raised Methodist. Her mom is Methodist. And her mom always jokes and says, she goes, yeah, I'm Methodist. She goes, us Methodists, we let anything in. And I'm like, yeah, it's not something I would joke about.
It's
I know what she means by that,
yeah.
Because they have very lax rules, like they allow women to preach and they allow some gay couples to be openly gay at the church. Some Methodist churches do, not all.
I mean, just the fact that any.
But, there's a few ladies I work with that are Methodist too. And I've asked them questions and they've said the same thing. And actually, one of the ladies I work with, her Methodist church, which is not far from where we are, they split last year because the incoming pastor the incoming pastor was going to do more to reach out to the gay community and welcome the gay community as far as being members. And
So it was a woke pastor.
yeah, basically.
Which I don't think you can be a pastor and be woke.
No, you can't be.
Not a real pastor.
So
anyway.
the person I work with,
Yeah.
she believes like I do, and kind of in that line, and she's like, just not right. She goes, I'm going to leave. I said, good, leave.
Leave the false
I
teachers.
said, I said, the things you've told me is nonsense. And if I heard a pastor saying that, I'd either confront him or just walk out. I said, because he's pandering to the gay community, which why is he pandering to them? How about the P-Zorn community? How about the adulterer community? How about the strip club community? How about the drinkers community, the drugs community?
Maybe the gays
All
have
those
more
are
money.
sins.
Maybe the gays have more money, and there's more of them.
Yet they pander to them, but at the same time, the church mistakenly, in my opinion, has made being gay the biggest topic of all. So now people think that if you struggle with those things, you can never be saved, and that's not true.
Yeah, we know at least.
My cousin, dude,
We both. Well,
rest his soul.
I don't know your cousin, but we both know. I don't know if you know that he is or struggles with it or whatever.
Oh, just give me an initial.
JS. He was married to Rachel. That thick girl that AJ and I liked.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember the guy's name, but yeah.
Her husband.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely fought it.
Tooth and nail.
I give props, dude. I give props to somebody who fights it because it's just like it's something that it's hard to fight because you want to say it's natural. I just naturally feel this way. Actually, studies show differently, but we're not going to get into that. So if they just imagine, like, if you couldn't, well, like for us, we like girls. So imagine yourself that every time you're with a girl, you have to be ashamed or can't touch her or can't, you know what I mean? Like if you're a gay person that's Christian, that's fighting those thoughts, fighting those notions, whatever you want to call it, it's the same as, it's very similar as like us fighting not to have premarital sex.
Ah, okay.
So why has it been made such an issue that now the gays are fighting against the Christians because they say we're being prejudicial? No. Has nothing to do with being prejudicial. It has everything to do with what the Bible says, and that's it. And I'm sorry that you don't like that. I'm not sorry, but the Bible has some really hard truths. For me too. For all of us.
Yeah,
So
because like the issue isn't like
you can't just popcorn pick what you want.
Well, the issue too is like they don't understand. A lot of people just don't understand. Like it's not like cold turkey or nothing. Because like it's a continuous struggle. Always doesn't matter what our sin is. It's not one and done. We would like it to be. We understand the struggle, but like in your whole heart, like, are you trying actively to not live in that sin? If you're trying to actively live in it, then yeah, you don't belong here. But if you're actively trying to not live in that sin and you're trying to rebuke it in the best way that you can, and you're struggling to try to, maintain the path, then by all means, stick around, like quote unquote, get better, do better. But like, if you just want to live and indulge in it, doesn't matter what the sin is. It's not just about being gay. If it's any sin that you want to just keep living in, then no, you're not. We don't want you here. But if you're trying to fight it, yeah, we'll help you.
That's the thing, is
we want you here.
A lot of them double down on.
Oh yeah.
like, I'm not changing anything and God will understand. And I'm like, okay,
Well,
you did say something true. God does understand.
that you're choosing.
He understands. No, he understands the things we struggle with. He understands the sin that comes forth in our life. Doesn't mean that he approves it, doesn't mean that he loves it, doesn't mean that he likes it, but he understands. Part of him walking this earth as a human was to understand stuff like that, was to get to experience it like we do, so that he can say, I can say these words and you follow them because I did it. I did it this way. I'm not just talking the talk. You know?
Yeah.
So you may not like what you hear. It may be difficult. There's difficult things that I've read that I felt very condemned by, and as much as I struggle, dude, I still every single day know that the only reason I'm here is because he allows me to be.
Yeah,
I don't take that for granted.
There's no breath in our lungs without him. Like that's like what fundamental like existence is, and everyone takes it for granted.
What when people, I think it's funny in a not funny way, that people, they think about death and then they're like, well, I wonder what happens, and I'm like, man, you better be sure what happens. How can you think of a topic that serious? That's what I don't understand about some of these people, my brother being one of them, that think they're so smart and they can't stop and realize that you had to have been created. You didn't just arrive. That's what blows my mind.
Well, also, you ever watch Young Sheldon?
No, I know it, but no.
So there's a part where his mom starts questioning God, and she was like a big Bible thumper Christian, right?
I didn't know that.
You never watched Big Bang Theory?
Not really.
Oh,
Some
well,
of it, yeah, but
well, the mom is like a devout religious person
I didn't know that.
in the show. So,
So of course
her
they had to
faith-
do that because he's gay.
what? Do what?
They had to make the mom Christian because he's gay. This is what Hollywood does.
Okay, but Sheldon the character wasn't.
No.
The actor was.
Correct.
Yeah, but it never made a play in the show.
I always thought he acted gay in the show.
I just saw him as having autism in the show. I never saw him as gay in the show.
Oh, he's got a lot of gay tendencies.
I never noticed him watching the show. My gaydar isn't the worst. So, whatever you might have picked up, I think you wanted to see
Wanted to see.
subconsciously. But no. So, young Sheldon, the writers, I think they did a great job with this about like trying to explain God from an atheist point of view, with the intention of helping their religious family member, like trying to keep the faith. So, like the existence of of gravity on this planet, right? Just one degree off of the amount of energy or the force of gravity that is currently would prevent the planet from rotating properly and keeping its atmosphere and life being obtainable.
Or like an inch closer to the sun and we fry.
Yeah, like everything is in perfect balance.
Right.
Like balance doesn't happen through chaos. It is planned out and set up.
That's what I don't understand. Why such smart people
They don't
can't stop to realize
they don't think about it that way.
that somebody had to create you.
Some
Throw away everything and just think of that one thought if you're somebody who does not believe in God.
So, and also with that is like, so you believe that the Big Bang happened randomly. Why wouldn't something like that happen again randomly? Like that, I don't understand that from their point of view. It's like, how can a random existence in the unit of creation did that explosion occur and not occur again?
Why are there still apes?
Well, there's a per the evolutionist,
There's an explanation.
there's a
Of course
different
there is.
evolutionary path. So we evolved from Homo
Erectus. Yep.
that is the missing link
Don't believe it.
that they supposedly found, but it ended up being a
Mhm.
hoax
False.
a few times. And some people believe that
You're going to get
the
me to
cre-
start saying whatever I want on here and never going to really turn into it.
the creators of life or whatever made adjustments to us from the apes so that way we could be better workers, because they tried
That's the explanation now?
because they tried to get apes to work, but they couldn't. They wouldn't follow
That's
commands.
freaking garbage, dude. That's such garbage.
So that's why the belief of what Prometheus shared, not
Prometheus.
not the Greek Prometheus.
No, I know. The movie.
The movie Prometheus.
Is he supposed to be Adam?
No, he's supposed to be the originator.
Was freaking dingling out? Like, did they have to show that part?
Apparently,
So who is he? Like, if you had to put him biblically, who would he be?
he's not anyone.
I know he's
not
not.
biblically.
Dude, help me out. You're smarter than that. If you had to put it biblically, who would he be like? A god?
No, not a god type. If it had to be something,
A pharaoh?
no.
He's supernatural, right?
No, he's an alien from another planet that came onto Earth to put his DNA into the foundation of life here.
So he seeded Earth.
Yeah, did you not? watch
I've
the
only
beginning?
seen it once, dude. And
So-
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, so he came to this planet. There was a little porridge or whatever the heck he ate, and that broke his body down. And he went into the water to break his body down in. So his DNA structure got put into our life path or our evolutionary path and made changes.
Through water?
In the
That's how he changed, I'm saying?
well, he didn't change. Basically he dissolved himself and added his DNA into our primordial stew. So, in the evolutionary terms of the creation of Earth, there's a primordial soup where all single cell organisms started from. Essentially,
Meaning us.
everything. Trees, fish, us,
Anything living.
gorillas, everything, anything life based. And the representation of this in several movies or books, drawings, etc., was like essentially a puddle. It was like a round, like basin, not like, but like from the earth, where just like bubbling out whatever
Excuse
from
me.
all like whatever processes were happening at the time, and that's where life started and like these representations. In the movie, he
I'm having death burps, by the way.
took a sip. Death burps.
Mhm.
You're too full.
No, they're just death. They
Oh,
smell like poop.
Poop. Oh.
I'll keep them over here.
So the movie, he just drank his soup, and his body was breaking down while he was entering the water to make changes to kind of do like make workers for like his race, because I don't think he was purely organic. I'm pretty sure he was like biomechanical. Like he was definitely, because like there are other people of his race that look identical to him that we see in the movie, which doesn't make, which I'm like, what the heck. So I believe that like they're like cloned biomedically somehow, just like put out. So like maybe
Is that all explained in the
Maybe.
beginning of the movie? Or is that when they get to the
Through
planet?
movie. So what he does, we see in the beginning of the movie.
I remember them getting to this planet or a cave, and they're
Mm-hmm.
coming out of the cave. You know what I'm talking about? They land the ship. They're getting out.
Yeah, and then they get when everything hits the fan because someone got
Yeah.
face hugged.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they see the playback of them getting face hugged. So like those Prometheus people,
So is that the first alien?
yeah,
No, I mean would you consider? Do you like Alien movies?
Yeah.
Like the Alien movies?
So for me, it's supposed to be the prequel of all the Alien movies.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because my brother is a big Alien fan too, and he was saying, like when you watch Alien Covenant and when you watch Alien, what was the other one that they did around the same time? There's
Requiem?
Ridley Scott did two of them.
Was it Requiem?
What'd you say? Maybe. But he was saying that all ties in together.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the initial story, but Prometheus is supposed to be like the prequel of all, like the beginning origin of the movies. Like the whole
Is it a good
universe.
movie? Like, you recommend it? I like that the girl in it, the dark-haired girl. She has she's always plays like an assassin or something like that. She's got a really weird name.
Is it Vikander?
No, Alicia Vikander. I love her though. She was in Ex Machina.
I don't remember who was in.
Did you ever watch that movie?
Ex Machina?
Yeah, dude, that's a
No.
great movie. You never heard of it?
There was a video game called Ex Machina.
So this dude, let me tell you this real quick. It's one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this nerdy guy who's working at like a software company, AI company,
Okay.
and Oscar Isaac. What is that?
Mint.
Sure. Oscar Isaac, who's that's his real name, the actor. I like him a lot. He plays a tech billionaire. Thank you.
You're still wrapped because I don't want to touch it.
He plays a tech billionaire that does a contest.
By your feet.
That does a contest at work.
Mm-hmm.
This guy works for him,
Okay.
and it's like a Google company.
A Google.
So they do this raffle to go spend a week with the owner in his living quarters in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
So he wins. This guy wins the raffle. He's like a programmer.
Mm-hmm.
He goes out there. He gets flown out there on a helicopter. They're flying over this guy's land. He owns like thousands and thousands and thousands of acres. And he has this really cool modern looking home that kind of goes in the ground. Everything's high tech, everything, mood rooms, everything's biometric, all that stuff. So he goes there, and Oscar Isaac, the inventor, the lead of this company, introduces him there's a certain term for it in science, when you're testing some AI against somebody, and you want the AI to
Try to hurt him.
fool you enough to where you think the AI has feelings.
Oh,
It's called
test.
a Turing test.
Yeah.
Thank you. They say it over and over in the movie.
Yeah, there's like 3 questions or something.
So there's like a double-blind Turing test where you don't know you're in it, and neither does the machine.
Okay.
So he builds this basically AI robot who the face and body is Alicia Vikander.
Okay.
I think she's just a really beautiful, talented girl, and she's fully AI, fully robot. But because he gives her skin on her face, and he made them all a skin suit, they look like normal girls. So the reason he flew the guy out to stay with him for a week was not for him to just hang out and have fun. It was to do a Turing test. And that guy knows what that is, so he was asking him, he's like, you're giving me a Turing test, but you're telling me she's mechanical already. You're telling me she's a robot. And he goes, yeah. He goes, because that's the true test. It's for you to know she is and still get fooled that she actually has a conscience, that she's talking to you and likes you. And so the movie is basically him trying to circumvent Oscar Isaac to figure out how he made her. And then he kind of falls for her. And she ends up, do you care if I tell you the end?
No.
She ends up doing this blackout, kind of like in Resident Evil, when the machine blacks out the whole place. She does this blackout because that's the only time she can talk to him, the guy that flew in, without any of the mics on or the cameras, because there's camera and mics all over the place. So in like the first 20 minutes of the movie, she causes a power outage. And she tells him, this is the only way we can communicate. Sometimes I don't like him hearing us talking. These power outages are like 90 seconds. That's the only time I have that's not being recorded. I'm recorded all day, every day, even when I'm asleep. when he turns me off. So she ends up creating this outage, kills Oscar Isaac, and escapes with the dude, and then the dude lets her go, and she goes off, and then that's the end of the movie. But
Oh,
what's great is that it worked because he had feelings for the robot because she's hot.
I mean, even in her, like, Phoenix fell in love with the AI without a body.
Well, she had a body.
No, she had a surrogate. That wasn't her.
Okay,
That
Mr.
wasn't her, though.
Technicality.
He fell in love with the voice and the person he was talking to. He did not fall in love with the surrogate.
Why do you know he didn't like his
she got
body?
this, huh?
How do you know he didn't like her body?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he fell in love with the person he was talking with.
Yeah.
He did not fall in love with the body. She contacted that person to be a surrogate because she had the features that she thought he would like.
Sure.
Like, it wasn't, he fell in love with.
She was playing him. She played him in the movie. All her end goal was just to get out.
Yeah.
So she used him.
Okay. But I'm just saying,
I'm just giving you more story.
Him falling in love with her had nothing to do with the body. That's all I was saying.
No, it's her intellect. He fell in love with her intellect and the fact that he never says this in the movie, but you can tell by the way he's treating her that he has feelings for her.
Well, yeah.
And
it was before the surrogate, before changing or whatever.
Yeah, she hadn't put on her meat suit yet. She just had she had a skin face, but everything else was, you could see the electronics and stuff. But then they put the skin suit on her and...
In Ex Machina?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Her now.
In real life?
No. The movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh!
That's why I said Phoenix.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I thought we were still talking about Machina.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
the
I've
story
seen
of
her.
Machina.
I've seen her.
Yeah, so like it was Joaquin Phoenix just falling in love with just the AI. There was no body involved.
Right.
So like it just shows that like people, and they made him look extremely nerdy to make it more believable that he would fall in love with just pure intellect.
You think that's possible? I do.
There are AI girlfriends and boyfriends today, right now.
No, I'm saying, do you think it's
people.
possible for somebody that's AI or a human, is it possible for them, do you think, based on intellect of the AI alone, to fall in love with the AI?
I was just saying that there are people now that have AI boyfriends and girlfriends that they are communicating with and dating that are just AI.
Are they? You know what I want to know?
What?
Are they able to make love?
No, because it's just AI. There's no doll.
No, I'm saying, but when there is one.
What do you mean?
When there is a robot.
I mean, there's sex dolls. So they put their
No, I know about those, but
if they put their
like Megan
consciousness into the doll, then I guess they could make love.
Well, that's in Ex Machina. The guy doesn't ask Oscar Isaac; he volunteers it, but he goes, "Just in case you were wondering," he goes, "Yes, she can have sex, and it feels really good." He goes, He starts describing some sensors and stuff he put down there on her.
Sure. Yeah.
And he goes, "So yes, to answer your question," he goes, "Oh, I wasn't really wondering that." And he goes, "Well,
now you know.
Now you know.
It's capable.
It does have the capability of pleasuring you like that."
Yeah. But yeah, so,
never happens in the movie. They don't.
Sure.
They never show it.
But yeah, so right now they're just pure, just intellect based boyfriend girlfriend.
Did you like that movie,
AI.
by the way?
Which one?
Her.
I never watched it. I just knew the story.
Oh.
It didn't look interesting.
It's not bad.
I
like Joaquin Phoenix.
I liked him in the first Joker movie, not so much the second one.
He did this weird movie called When Beau is Afraid, and he's like afraid of everything. He's got high. It actually gave me anxiety watching it. I had to turn it off because it's stuff I've struggled with, and so it's like they're showing he's got this severe anxiety, and he has to go cross country to see his mom, and he keeps making up all these excuses why he can't go because he's afraid to. He's like a agoraphobic.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Yeah, Howie Mandel.
No, that's he's OCD.
Howie Mandel was afraid of germs.
Yeah, it's OCD.
No, that's not OCD.
It's not agoraphobic.
What is
Agoraphobic? You stuck in the house. You're afraid to leave your house.
Why? Aren't you? Isn't it because of like the filth outside?
I'm not sure. I think it's different for everybody.
Because I know
But you're a shut-in. That's what it is.
Monk's brother was agoraphobic then because he couldn't leave the house. Because if
I can see how that can happen. I really can. When we had COVID and we had to go home they sent us home I had 19 days off straight, paid. Well, the weekends weren't, but my normal weeks paid. All that time, I got very used to being at home. Look at you. You're used to being at home.
Yeah.
Could you see how you could get trapped in that mentality, like to where you don't want to leave?
I was trapped in that mentality. I couldn't leave the condo for anything. And that was like very recent before I moved out. After my cat got out, I have not been able to really leave here as often as I would like.
Why? Because they're waiting for the cat to come back?
No, I can't explain it. It's just I can't.
How old was your cat?
3-ish.
Your cat? It was yours, not your sister's?
Yeah, it was mine. It was Pepperidge.
I don't know if I ever saw it.
Oh, probably not because I don't think you guys came over.
Did you have it at the condo when I met Heather? Like back then?
No. This
okay.
This is a newer thing. But yeah, he was my cat. He was my emotional support animal essentially. And after he got out and disappeared, I've been essentially a shut-in since.
Why don't you get another one, dude? They're pretty cheap, aren't they?
Mom won't let me because they shed. She only put up with him because
you get the Balzac cat.
She won't let me get them either.
They're expensive too. I want one.
There's an Oriental something cat. I forget what it's Oriental something. That's the name of the species.
Yeah.
Cat that is hypoallergenic.
Can't get that one either.
Huh?
You can't get that one either.
I can't get any cat.
Could you get a lizard?
They don't do the same thing for me. I don't like.
He doesn't?
No, this is their dog.
I know, but it feels good to pet him and hold him, and no.
It's not the same.
So why did you have agoraphobia at that time? If you don't mind talking about it.
I can't explain. I just couldn't leave my house.
Was it fear of something?
Again, you can ask all the questions that you want. I can't.
You've never tried to explain it to yourself?
I can't. I rationally I know that I shouldn't be feeling the way that I'm feeling, but I cannot explain why I do feel the way that I feel.
I understand that.
And it's just that I can't leave.
It's just
move. It's
just an overarching feeling that you can't leave.
Yeah, I can't as much as I want to. Like I keep saying, I need to go to the gym, walk up to the gym that's here, and every morning, every day, it's I should go out for a walk. I have to push myself to go get the mail. It's hard for me to go out back to pick up the dog shit like I'm supposed to, because it's going outside.
Do you think any part of that's laziness or agoraphobia? I don't mean that rudely.
Laziness is not me having an issue like feeling existential dread of leaving.
So you have a physical reaction.
No, it's just it prevents me from getting there. I can't push myself to get further out.
I understand.
If it wasn't for me needing to go get the mail, I wouldn't go that way. There's things that I need to get done before they get back, and I fight trying to get there, so I can do them.
How much longer do you have?
Another month. Yeah, they'll be back on the 16th or the 15th of March.
Another month? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You think they'll leave again, this year?
No. Because they can't afford it.
I know that must be expensive, man, to go down there, fly down there, stay down there.
It's about $2,500 to get there.
Dang.
And then everything else is what it is while you're there. And that's for them to be there.
So if you're raised there,
yeah,
and then you move to the United States, let's say for 10 or 15 years, and then you go back to visit, can you still eat and drink the same things, or is your body not used to it anymore?
No, food is food. It's not gonna.
Well, water's not water. That's what I'm getting at.
No,
is there safe drinking water there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where does it run? It doesn't run to your house, does
Yeah,
it?
it is. Yeah, it's not like a water station.
No, I was thinking it was a well, like a
No,
well in the
there's
backyard.
no water well. No. If you want to be extra super
So you
safe,
have it plumbed to the house.
they have it set up for that. Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause,
okay.
Like, they've gotten that all set up like over the years, but like
So you can take a shower. It's just cold.
no, it the water will come out above you, but it's not a shower
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
because there's not enough pressure to push it through a shower head for the actual shower to work. It's just enough pressure for the water to be coming out of there.
Like for instance, my mom used to, when we lived in El Paso and we'd go to Mexico all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She would, we'd stop at like taco places sometimes or whatever, and it would never bother her. But after not going out there for so long and then going there, like she couldn't eat. She actually got a parasite. She went down there. She went down to Mexico with Highland Hills, the church for my mom. We had the Celebration of Life up there, and she went on a mission trip with the youth. And she ate or drank something, and all of a sudden, she was puking, and for almost 9 months she had it. We're talking,
So she carried it for full term.
dude. We're talking going at both ends.
Yeah,
Not every day, but most days.
yeah. I've either had experience with a parasite, and I've also had family members that have experience with parasites because the Philippines. It's not uncommon.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. But she went to the Mayo Clinic because they couldn't figure out why. They
Yeah.
thought it was in her head, and she kept telling them,
It might
"It's
be.
not in my freaking head, man.
No, like
Like there's some serious stuff going on inside I could feel it in my gut." So she went to 3 or 4 specialists, spent all kinds of money.
An MRI should have seen that.
And you know what cured her? She went to a vitamin store and found a vitamin that is for basically your digestive tract. Got rid of it in 2 weeks. $20
Yeah.
for the medication.
Yeah, a lot of the anti-parasitic like remedies, it's depending on the parasite. It's
Simple.
super easy to get rid of. It's just knowing it because if you take it, it can be hard for your system.
Dude, I remember when that was going on. She was going to the doctor like every 2 weeks, giving them stool samples, pee samples.
There's so many things that could be damaging over that amount of
My
time
mom never got a break.
that just couldn't like repair itself. Because like there are some parasites that start off here that eventually makes itself up here, and
Sure.
this starts being eaten away literally.
Did you know, and I'm dead serious about this, I read it in an article and then went and looked it up because I wanted to make sure the article wasn't fake news. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in, is you can't just read one article and that's the truth. Sometimes it is, but you have to go check to make sure that somebody's not just posting BS.
Yep.
Anyway, it was saying that there's some type of amoeba or something like that in the water in Brazil, and it attacks their brain. And they don't even know they have it. Look at him. He does not look comfortable. He had arms on his dick.
There was a
Sorry, can't say that.
a disease. So there was like these people that they would.
Let me finish the story real
Okay.
quick, dude. So they were saying that this amoeba. So you know what Brazil is famous for, right? That big celebration they do where everybody's naked almost. Carnival. So doctors said, this is real. I was asking the girl at work. She's Brazilian, from Brazil. They said this amoeba attacks the brain in a way that makes you way more, what's the correct term? What's the...
Sexually active?
Yes. It makes you way more, your inhibitions are gone. So
Oh, it eats that part of your
those
brain.
scientists are basically saying that's why they're so sexual, is because it said 1 out of every 3 people has it there that live there. And so this girl at work who's Brazilian, she's very pretty.
Mm.
I said, she's probably 5 years younger than us.
Oh, okay.
I was like, she's married, real nice. I said, hey, can I ask you something? She's like, yeah. And so I was telling her about it. She goes, I've never heard that. I said, I mean, you've never heard it, but it makes sense. She goes, yeah, I guess it makes sense. I said, would you consider them to be a heavily sexualized, over-sexualized, type people? And she goes, yeah, a lot of times they are. She goes, definitely during that carnival,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely at other times. But, dude, I was blown away when I read that. Because there's always something... I've learned there's always something to explain something else. Like, I wouldn't have given a rip about that.
Mm-hmm.
Except there were, I'm a curious person. There were so many times in my life that I wondered, why does Brazil have this huge, it's almost a ritual. It's almost like they're doing a magic ritual in front of everybody to see, and everybody joins in, and you don't know you're joining in a demonic ritual. Like the Grammys. But it made sense to me. I was like, dude, because people they go crazy over that carnival, and they're naked. I've watched it. They got full on tetas out. Full on out.
Well, their views of that
And there's a lot of
freeing in here.
Transition people too,
Mm-hmm.
that look like women, that have, enhanced upper body, if you catch my drift,
Who also have tetas.
who have big tetas.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought it was interesting, because I had wondered in my life on numerous occasions why Brazil is the place to do that, why they have it there, why they get so excited about it. Just always wondered, just been curious.
Yeah, well, I mean, Brazil is also more of a smorgasbord than us. Like
a melting pot?
Yeah, of different people. That are just
Really?
kind of-
Think so? More than us?
From their history, a lot of, not a lot of the population are quote unquote natives of that area. There are a lot of immigrants there, per their history, and I forget where it was during their last Olympics where they told the story of all the different people coming together to make it this great place known as Brazil. It gave a history lesson of all these immigrants that made Brazil.
Oh, you mean the Olympics where they were having to swim in sewage water? That Olympics?
That was when it was, and yeah, but
You didn't hear about that? So all the swimmers, the summer events that were swimming, they had to swim in this channel that had feces in it. It's
I thought
where
they were in a pool.
no, when they do the cross country and stuff like that.
Oh,
I don't think they call it cross country swimming, but long distance.
When they that tried
Yeah.
or whatever.
And they were a lot.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
even the boaters, the rowers, were saying they were getting sick from the water.
Oh yeah, that makes. I mean, given what it is, yeah. I mean, they try to clean it up the best they can, but
It was the same year they had do you remember they had the cardboard beds?
no
Oh, you got to Google it.
cardboard.
You got to
beds.
Google these beds they gave them in Brazil, dude.
For
What
the
a
Olympic-
joke.
for the Olympians.
Yes, it's like if you took 8 boxes that size
Mm-hmm.
and put them as the base, as your box spring, then a flat piece of mat, and then a bed about that thick. That was their bed.
They couldn't make anything. Maybe that's a luxury bed for them.
When I saw pictures of it, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed for them. This is... Do you know anything about Olympic Committee selection?
No.
Okay. First of all, it takes a lot of money to have the Olympics in your hometown.
Yeah, you gotta make the.
Most of the
establishments.
times, We don't, because we have so many pro teams
Mm-hmm.
and so many stadiums and arenas. We don't when we host it here. We never have to build something because we got the biggest, best stadiums in the world, in my opinion. Maybe Qatar has one bigger than ours.
Oh yeah, there's a Olympic establishment that was built for like the Winter Olympics years ago that is abandoned,
All of them are.
and I'm just why not
Most Olympics,
why not use them after during the season? Like
If
why
you-
abandoned?
if you look at when it was in Sochi, South Korea,
Mm-hmm.
which was I think the one either before Brazil or after, I don't remember. Basically every single thing, oh, it was Winter Olympics. Everything they built now looks like an abandoned theme park.
Mm.
So they spent all this money, hundreds of millions of dollars. They even built, I don't know how many stadiums, 2 or 3.
Yeah, but they got that all back like during the Olympics, so it wasn't a waste of money exactly.
It still is though, because then all that property and all that the building it's not going to be used. So you're going to have to tear it down, spend the money to tear it down.
I mean, they could use it for.
They could,
yeah, but
if
they
they
don't.
had something, but they don't. And so that's why when these smaller countries are wanting to host the Olympics, they never get it because they don't A, have the finances, and B, they're not trusted to build what needs to be built. That's also part of the problem, is that some of these countries are not trusted, to build the adequate stuff that they need to compete. Like already in this Olympics, everybody's complaining about the ice. The figure skaters are complaining about the ice, the hockey players are complaining about the ice, and so is the speed skaters. So if they're all complaining about it, something's going on with the ice. They don't know what they're doing there in Italy. Obviously, they don't have a hockey team. They're not running that Zamboni all the time. I don't even know if they have a damn Zamboni because I haven't seen one yet.
Like you would think that they would have consultants with people.
You
that,
would think.
that would
You would think.
be involved in any of this, but most of the time they don't, which I
Most
don't
of the time they
understand.
don't.
Like
It's very
Why?
corrupt, the committee, by the way, the Olympic Committee. Very corrupt.
a lot of bribes are happening.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
Same thing with World Cup soccer. They go through the
Oh
same
yeah,
thing.
FIFA is a
Yep. But we're hosting the next Summer Olympics, aren't we? The U.S.?
again. Is it another?
Well,
part
dude,
of
the
it?
last time was 96.
No, I thought we did it again. Like a summer game since then.
No, 96 is when the explosion happened.
Explosion.
When the bomb happened in Atlanta. Remember the Atlanta games? They made a movie out of it.
Oh, I don't remember that.
They had a bombing in the Olympic Village. You don't remember this, dude? It killed like, I don't know how many
Oh, is
people.
that the one that killed the Jews? Israelis?
I don't know.
Who did they kill? Who did the bomb kill?
They set it off in the Olympic Park, so everybody's around there. There's fans, there's Olympians, there's. You didn't see the movie? It's got that fat guy that he's really funny.
There's like 6 of them.
What is he in? He's been in some smaller roles. But anyway, it's a good movie because they blamed him at first. It's a true story. The security guard that called in the bomb, they believed was the guy that planted it. So they arrested him. All over the news. I remember this dude like it was yesterday. I was 13. They arrested the guy, and so for like a week they're telling us this guy's guilty, this guy's this. What are you looking up? That guy?
No,
Oh.
the Special Olympics are going to be held in Minnesota this year.
So they're all believing that what guy was I talking about?
The security
The
guard.
Special Olympics, man, it threw me off. They all believed all the police thought it was him because how would he know the bomb? How did he see it? Whatever. Well, then they found out proof-wise it was not him and that he saved like I don't know how many lives by calling it in because he started yelling at everybody, "Get back, get back." There's a I saw the guy drop the bag off and leave. Obviously it's a bomb or something like that. leave. So he got everybody to start to evacuate, and right when they started to evacuate, it went off. And it was a big ass deal because it's at the Olympics. So now it's
International
international
targets, yeah.
coverage. You've got international police now involved. It was a mess, dude. And I believe that's the last time we hosted Olympics.
Yeah, it was Atlanta '96.
96, yeah.
30 years. That must be the rotation.
I believe, are we hosting it next? Summer Olympics?
28, yeah, in California.
2028?
LA, yeah.
2 years, yeah.
But yeah, I thought the Special Olympics were held in the same place that the Olympics were held.
I thought so too.
But apparently not.
Where are they? Oh, you
This
said
year-
Minnesota.
This year, yeah, it's going to be in Minnesota for the Winter Special Olympics.
Do you
Like-
want to go?
I would love to be able to watch it in person.
But for what reason?
To see our Olympic
How dare you?
hopefuls
How dare you?
who perform.
How dare you?
And
That is
get
not
medals.
the reason. Folks, don't let him kid you. That's not the reason. I'm not going to say the reason, but that's not the reason. You want to see hopefuls make it
Yeah.
and really do something like
Yeah.
proud?
Well, because like you also gotta know.
Or you
like,
want to
there-
laugh at the guy with one arm playing hockey?
No, I want to laugh at the guy with one arm playing ping pong. No, it's not to laugh at people that have lost limbs. That's just messed up. It's not even to laugh at people. It's just to
But
enjoy the struggle.
you enjoy watching people struggle.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's weird of you, Timo. Like watching people struggle. Why don't you go hang out at prison?
People no, not that kind of struggle, but like tryhards or people that can't normally do what then they do. It's like a triumphant struggle because like they're accomplishing something.
As you laugh.
Yeah,
So you would go to the stadium and laugh the whole time?
I'm pretty sure. No, I don't know. Not the whole time. Not 100% of the time. I'm pretty sure something will happen that'll make me laugh. Cause like seeing someone that is a W amputee removing their prosthetics and wearing skates directly to the nub, that's pretty funny to me. Cause they're
How
just,
tall do they usually?
Well, normally they're 6 foot, but on their skates they're like 3'2". So
Is it skates like that movie we watched where what's his name was on his knees the whole movie?
tiptoes.
What's his name? Gary
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
I can't believe they filmed a movie where he's on his knees the whole time.
And it's a breakthrough.
And then they show it.
The most pivotal role of his lifetime or whatever.
What's it called? Tiptoes?
Tiptoes, yeah. Matthew McConaughey hated that he had dwarf DNA in him. Got his girlfriend Kate Beckinsale pregnant with a dwarf baby, and was enraged that it was a dwarf baby. So she left Matthew McConaughey for Oldman on his knees, and that's the movie. Like, it doesn't really matter that Dinklage is in it.
You know I don't like him.
No, he's a POS because he takes jobs from other dwarves.
Stop.
Not because like he's working instead. It's
No, I know why.
it's because
I watched the interviews.
he complained about it, and then now they don't hire dwarves to play dwarf parts.
I watched one dwarf. He's been in a lot of things. Can't think of his name.
Brad Williams.
No, he's not a comedian.
Oh,
Just an actor.
with the R2D2 one.
And he was like one of the most outspoken on Dinklage and was saying that he's like, that freaking moron took 7 parts away from dwarves from that movie to where they went and made him CGI because he wouldn't stop complaining about how they shouldn't use dwarves, they should use this, and then blah, 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 blah. Well, there's a movie that came out that crushed my spirit because he's in it, so I won't watch it.
What's the
And
movie?
it's a movie I've been waiting for a long time.
What movie is it?
You're going to laugh. Toxic Avenger. I will not watch it with him in it because he's Toxie. There's no way a dwarf is Toxic Avenger. Never has been, never will.
He's the Avenger?
Yes,
Are you sure?
positive. I think he's wearing stilts because he's not a midget. He's not a dwarf as the Toxie. But he's playing. That's why I won't watch it. I used to love the toy. Dude, I had toys when I was a kid. The Toxic Crusader and Toxic Avenger. I watched a cartoon. I watched a movie.
Yeah, they were. I grew up on those too. I
Yeah.
enjoyed them.
And so when I heard they were going to make a remake, I was like, oh, dude. Like, finally they're going to do it justice because Troma Films is who owns Toxic Avenger.
Didn't Kevin Smith direct it?
And they do, I don't know, they do really like basic, they do very basic horror movies that are terrible, but they're terrible on purpose. And it's called Troma Films. But they cast him, and I have no idea why.
Oh well, that's the 2023 one, the one that's brand new that just came out. I don't think he's a part of.
This one just came out.
Well, there's a. Is this the right one I'm thinking of? No. Because there's a
Came out like maybe last year.
Well, there's a release one from 23 that he's in.
Oh well, then it's that one.
Yeah.
Does it say on there he plays Toxie? It should say.
It says Winston Goose. Is that Toxie?
I don't know. I was like, how are they going to cast?
Starring Peter Dinklage as the titular hero. Maybe because of the face. They didn't have to use as much makeup. That's why they did it.
I have an issue.
Oh, so it just got released back in August of
Yeah,
last
it was a
year.
late release.
But it was
You know what that means? Funding and editing. That's what that always means.
Oh, well, because like
They shoot
they played
3
it
years ago.
at a movie fest.
Yeah,
back
probably
in
at
23.
Cannes, right?
No, it's just
Or Con.
Fantastic Fest.
Nobody's ever heard of that, of course.
Kevin
I'm going to start
Bacon's
speaking
in it?
I'm going to start speaking in generalizations like our president
Kevin
from now
Bacon
on.
was in it.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't watch it because of who's in it.
It's a black comedy.
Unless I'm wrong and he's not Toxie, then I will watch it. But from what I saw in the previews,
No, Winston Goose becomes the mutant superhero.
yeah,
That
see,
is
no,
his
I'm out.
role.
I'm out. Out. Not even in. Not even started to be in. Completely out.
But he crushed it.
Oh, is that what it says? He crushed it? Yeah. Does it show a picture of him? Is he small or is he wearing like stilts?
Oh, I haven't gotten to any of that yet.
I know that a lot of little people are really against that stuff. Lifters and stilts and razors in your shoe, risers.
Razors in his shoe.
I don't think that's a big deal. Do you? If you're 4'9",
Yeah, but
okay.
they don't see it like that. They see
I know
it
they
as a
don't. I
betrayal
know they don't. I'm
of the
saying if you
people.
were though.
If I was 4'9",
Let's say you were
I would
dwarf.
look like a hockey puck. Walking around with my gut on you, I'm cutting your hair.
If you were like 4'9"
Oh gosh,
or 4'7", wouldn't you?
I would.
Would
be,
you wear some lifters?
I would be the blueberry. I don't think I would care about my height at that point because I'm just like I'm literally rolling around. My weight at 4'7", 4'9".
Oh, dude, you wouldn't be your weight at 4'7" or 4'9".
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd be fat though. Not like. I mean, I might be like the Is of dwarfs.
How much do you think Iz weighed when he died?
Oh, like 700 to 800, or when he died.
Yeah. Well, what, did he lose weight before he died?
Yeah, he was trying
Did
to
he?
lose weight. Yeah, he essentially shocked his system from losing too much weight because he went straight to a liquid diet, and he dropped a lot of weight. Like he had he didn't actually have skin dragging behind him, but he had lost so much weight that his skin was so saggy, people would say it would drag behind him.
I gotcha.
But yeah, that's the. Oh wait, I might be confusing Is with the largest man in the world because that's who did that. Is just he died at home with his wife. He was still big.
I'm guessing from a heart attack.
Most likely, anywhere between 600 to 800 pounds. Cause
I believe it.
he's so because when did he I remember now because he didn't get driven through on a hearse.
They use a dump truck.
No. So when they had to take his body to get autopsied and cremated and all that, they had to get like a U-Haul trailer to put him on to take him there. And then when they did cremate him, they had to have a urn. That's like,
Come on, man. The
For-
urn has to be bigger.
it had to be bigger. It was like 4 sizes bigger than normal that they put his ashes in.
What if they pulverized them like they did my mom's bones? You think he'd be in 4 urns?
Did they cremate her first?
No.
Ooh,
I didn't tell you how they did it?
no.
Dude, it's horrible. My freaking brother picked it.
Wow.
It's some new age bull crap. You know what they do?
Oh yeah, especially it's essentially like a like compact in it, right?
They put you in a vat of acid. They don't call it acid.
It's a desecration of a body.
They don't call it acid.
That's what that is.
So we go in there to meet with them, and I asked the lady immediately, "Can you explain to me the process, please? Because I didn't sign up for this. So please explain to me." Because I viewed, when my mom died, I was her sole voice. Because we were close. So she told me what she wanted when she died. She told me how things she wanted to go, all that stuff.
Right.
So he picks this new age place called Wanna Be a Tree or something like that. And she's like, "Well, we don't do any burning." I said, "You don't do any burning? Then what do you do? How do you get the body? What are you doing?" She goes, "Well, we put it in a bath. And after we put it in the bath, we take the skeleton and we pulverize it." She didn't say pulverize. She said we
What?
condense. We condense the bones into a powder, and we give you the powder. So you're actually you get a lot more substance because it's not ash. It's bone, real bone. It's white.
Yeah, it's bone powder.
And so when she said that, I said, "Oh, you're like the mafia." And my aunt, you could see my aunt's face. I mean, for me, that's a time that I put a sarcastic ass joke out there to let them know that I think this is bullshit, or excuse me, bull crap. Forgot the mic was on. So imagine if they did Is like that. Yeah, that's him, Dinklage. Yeah.
Then he also has arm extenders.
I don't know how that's him.
It probably isn't him.
It's just voiced by him.
Or, well, because like look at the neck.
Dude, his head looks like him. Big ass head.
Look at the at like the suit or whatever between the cloth and then the skin. That looks like a prosthetic, like a silicone neck thing or whatever. That's just kind of placed over, like someone's wearing a mask based off of his head. That's turned into the Toxic Avenger. I feel like he played the human. Because, like, there's no way... There's no way that's what he looks like in the movie.
Well, there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, that looked exciting, but I didn't know they were going to do that with him.
Yeah, I'm out.
That's like making Ariel black.
Like, I watched a movie last night. Oh, excuse me. I watched a movie last night called Mayday.
Is that the one with, was it Pitt?
No, it's got Mia Goth in it.
Oh, it's not the pilot one?
No, it's
Oh.
like it's a low budget movie, but it's got Mia Goth. It's got this other girl, Grace Van Patten, I like a lot. She's in it. She reminds me of a young Shailene Woodley.
You
But-
watch Pearl?
Oh yeah,
I love that movie.
I've seen them all.
X.
All the ones she done.
Oh.
Maxine, Triple X, Max. I like her. I think
Mia
she's
Goth?
attractive. Yeah. And Shia LaBeouf says she's an angel. You know, it's his wife.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know he got beaten up for.
I saw it. I watched it. He got his ass whooped.
Oh, he got wallywopped.
Those two hits when he was already sitting down, and the guy gave him a bop bop. That's a broken jaw. That's very easy to
like Jake Paul?
get a broken jaw like that.
Like Jake Paul?
Because he was drunk. So you're not like normally if somebody's gonna punch you in the face, you bite down, yeah, so don't break your teeth or jaw. But when you're drunk and you're all loose, that's a very easy way to get knocked out or broken jaw. Or I like Shia LaBeouf because I think he's a real one. I think he's a real dude. I don't agree with stuff he's done. All of what he's done, I don't agree with his crazy ass antics. But if you learned how he grew up and that he was a child actor and you know, he had a father that basically used him for money and pimped him out to all the studios when he was younger. But
yeah, I mean that's most child.
That's most child
successful
actors,
child actors. Yeah.
So if you think about all that stuff,
did
like
get bad touched, yeah,
it don't surprise me when he gets in trouble or drinks too much or he's got addiction problems. He's open about it. He goes to counseling.
He's trying to do better.
He's trying. Yeah. I mean, he's trying the best way he knows how. He gets in trouble,
that's
but
more respect than
I just have a lot of respect for him because
I respect him more than Megan Fox.
He's like I watched like one of his best interviews is with John Bernthal. You know John Bernthal?
Yeah, with the Punisher.
Yeah. So he's got one called Real Ones, his podcast.
Yeah.
And he had Shia on there like a year ago, and I watched it. It was like a 2-hour interview. And Shia LaBeouf cried a couple of times, but he was just saying, like, about Mia Goth. He said, I found an angel. He goes, that I don't deserve her to be with me, to love me, but she does. And he goes, she's taught me everything I know about loving somebody and, you know, unconditional love. And I thought it was a nice moment because I didn't know she was British. To be honest with you, all I knew her was she shows her top in like everything that she's in.
You know, yeah. Outside of America, like, there's no real like, I don't know how to articulate it. Like, it's a taboo to be topless in the U.S.
Yeah.
Not so much in the rest of the world.
Yeah, I know that.
And
especially Italy.
I mean, Brazil, Colombia, India.
They got some really good-looking women in
Africa.
Colombia. Colombia's got some body class. Woof.
Some are really, really cute, yeah. But some don't need to be wearing what they wear.
Well, that's here too.
I know.
How many fupas have you seen in
recent years because of the body positivity?
Because of those stupid warm-up pants.
Warm-up pants?
They're not leotards, leggings. Because every girl thinks like she should wear the leggings.
Yeah, because and
I'm like, no, it's not. They're not for everybody.
What about,
you don't see me wearing them.
What about the ladies that wear it, but it's like a size too small?
That's what I'm talking about.
They don't realize that, like,
they look horrible.
If you stretch it out far enough, it's see through.
No, they realize it. They realize it. Because I work with all women, and I've asked some of them. I'm like, you guys have to know that they're see through. Like, once you get to a certain point, they're see-through. If you stretch them further, or if they're old and they're elasticate,
Yep.
I said, you can see there's no imagination needed. You can see everything that's going on.
Yep. And they do it because they think they look cute.
We gotta pause this.
Oh, pause it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll be back in a moment. See you soon.
How many